So I feel like everyone's done a video like this at this point, talking about their experience and looking at their account after the first year of playing Genshin. And to be honest, 2.2 is kind of dead when it comes to content at the moment. And I did plan on making this video, so I thought it'd be fun to just kind of throw my hat in the ring for what my account looks like after a year of playing Genshin as kind of a smaller spender. So with my account, I've spent around $650, $700, just to make that clear that this is not a free-to-play account. Even though it might seem like one, it's not. Don't be mean. So we're just gonna go through my whole account and kind of talk about everything, talk about all the different characters I have, talk about artifacts, weapons, everything. So starting off in the character archive, and the way that you can tell when your account like started, when your actual anniversary is looking at the day that you got Amber, as long as you got Amber on the first day. And for me, Amber joined my PC box on 10/17/2020. Now kind of going through like the different 5 stars, because there are some that I'm missing. On the standard banner, the only character that I'm missing is Jean. So big Sag, really want Jean. I didn't get Venti on his first banner because I wasn't super into the game yet. I was kind of just playing it casually. My first 5-star was actually Chi-Chi, and I guess that would make my second 5-star Tartaglia. Nice. Didn't end up picking up Klee on either of her banners. I really like her as a character and I think she's adorable, but in general, she just doesn't really fit my playstyle. And then during 1.3 when Dragonspine came out, I straight up just skipped 1.3 altogether. So I don't have Albedo or Ganyu. Still holding out for the reruns. We got this. But I did come back to the game in 1.4. I definitely had to come back for my boy Zhao. Instantly pulled for Zhao. Love that character. Ended up pulling for Hu Tao. Wasn't the biggest fan of her. Still not the biggest fan of her. But I do plan on going for C1 for her rerun just to see if I can get a little bit more use out of the character. Because at this point, she kind of just feels like wasted Primo gems because I don't really play her that much. Picked up Zhongli on his rerun banner, and then Eula. I was excited for Eula in general. I think she's really cool, but overall physical damage is kind of boring to me. And it seemed like the cool part about her kit was doing like super big numbers, and the only people doing like super big numbers were people that had C6, and there was no chance I was going for a C6. Then we wished for Kazuha, and I'll be honest, getting Kazuha was kind of an accident. I low-key hoped that I didn't get the 5-star. But I think I was pulling on his banner because it might have been like a Bennett banner or something. And I was just wishing, bro. But ended up getting Kazuha. He's a fantastic character. I'm super glad that I ended up getting him. I wish I had done the same for Ayaka. Ayaka is a character that I really wanted. Going into it, I was super excited for. And then ended up playing like the Yoimiya trial and was like, yo, maybe I want Yoimiya more. Ended up not pulling for either of them. So I'm super bummed out. Definitely waiting for an Ayaka rerun. Seems like I keep missing out on really good cryo characters. What is my problem? But it kind of worked out because after missing Ganyu and Ayaka, I built Rosaria, which is one of my favorite characters now. So she fills that cryo hole in my heart. And then finally, the 2 banners before the child rerun were Raiden Shogun and Sengo no Miya Kokomi. I had to pick up Raiden, bro. Had to. Was considering going for constellations. We'll get to that in a second, but ended up just sticking with C0. And I really like the character. And then we got Kokomi kind of as a meme because I hate myself. I don't know. Though after putting a decent amount of investment into her, she's actually become kind of a staple on my team, especially just for open world play, walking around, making sure you have healed up characters all the time. I hate seeing my health bar down a little bit, so always being able to be topped off with Kokomi is sick. Now let's talk about constellations for all the characters that I have, because a lot of the 5 stars I have at C0, I have kind of like target farm specific constellations for different 4 stars, but we'll just talk about it. So for Raiden Shogun, C0, Kokomi, C0, Hu Tao will probably be picking up her C1, Beidou, I've got C6, Zhongli at C0, Zhao at C0, and I really, really want his C1. I would love C6 Zhao just because his playstyle is so different, but I think just adding the 3rd dash would be so sick. I don't even need it, I just want it. Next we got Venti at C0 because who gets constellations for a Venti? Child at C1 because recently we were on stream and I was just kind of pulling on the rerun for fun. And I was like, hey, should we go for a 5-star? And chat was like, yeah. I was like, okay, let's do it. So we got C1 and his E now has like a 20% cooldown reduction. It's really cool. I like Child a lot. He's one of my favorite characters. I don't mind one of my only constellations on a 5-star being on him. Next, we got Big Dick Diluc, C0. Haven't gotten any more Diluc copies. I'm happy to get any. If you want to throw me some, yo, just let me know. I'm down. On the same banner that we got Beidou C6, we also got Rosaria C6, and we were able to finish up Xingqiu C6. Next with Kazuha, we have C0. Wouldn't mind getting a C1, but not the biggest deal in the world. Bennett, we have C5, so we're not at the point where we have the 6th constellation like available to us yet. So I don't always have that annoying little exclamation point over his head, but probably eventually. Zhang Ling, I actually have C5. I'm really hoping to get C6 soon because I have implemented her into my team recently. She's insane. Ningguang, I have at C6. She was actually my first C6 character. I remember getting C6 Ningguang, wishing for Child the first time. And I was like, all right, well, we got our first C6 character. I guess I gotta build her. and she's actually awesome. I really like Ningguang. I kind of stopped building her once she got to like level 70 or ish, something like that. Yeah, so level 71. So I do want to go back and kind of invest in her a little bit more, but overall she does really good for like the level she's at. Next, Chi-Chi. Thank God, C0. Fischl is one of the characters that I'm most sad about. I really want C6 Fischl. We are at C3 right now, so whenever a Fischl banner comes out, I will most likely be wishing just to try to get Fischl cons. We also have Razor C4, Kaching at C0, of course Traveler at C6, Mona at C1, the only standard banner 5-star that I have a constellation for. We have Sayu C2 from like the weapon banner or something. Chongyun only have C1. Haven't wished on many banners with Chongyun on it, but I do want to build Chongyun, so I'd love to get more constellations for him. I've got Kaya at C1, and honestly, I really want to build Kaya, but I feel like so much of his potential is hidden behind his constellations that I'm super reluctant to build him until I have him at higher constellation. We've been able to dodge a lot of Barbaras, so we only have Barbara C3. We have Amber at C4, kind of weird. I have more Amber constellations than I do Barbara. Aloy at C5, Noelle at C6. Haven't built her. Don't really have any desire to right now. Sucrose at C6. I think she was actually my second C6 character. Definitely one of the characters that I want to invest into more. I just have so many Animo characters that I already have so highly invested into that it kind of hurts to do it again. And then finishing off the roster, we have Diona C6, need a builder. Kujo Sara C2, got the important one. Don't care, have no interest in building her. Lisa at C1, who cares? Yanfei at C6, might build her one day, but when it comes to like pyro DPS characters, I have other characters that I'm more interested in. And then I have Jinyan C3. So across all the characters that I have, I do have some, like a decent of them invested into. The problem that I find is that I get bored. I build a character to like level 80, like level 8 talents, and then I don't feel like investing into them the rest of the way. So I have been kind of like finishing up the last bit of characters that needed to get past level 80. Like Beto's probably going to be my next project. Maybe Kazuha. Didn't even realize he wasn't past level 80. But yeah, we'll be going back and building up some different characters. But yeah, that kind of does it for characters. Now let's look at weapons. I'm pretty sure that my first 5-star weapon was the Primordial Jade Wing Spear, which I actually got another copy of recently. Started to build it up and then was like, no, I'm not building this. But then we were able to get Skyward Harp for Child, which was his best in slot at the time. Still one of his best weapons. Skyward Spine for Zhongli. Jade Cutter right now is on Kaching. And then of course the Space Donut, which we don't talk about. Honestly, with how much I've been enjoying Kokomi, it might be something I build into. But with only giving me 10% increased healing, I don't know that it's worth all the materials. And then we got a decent amount of 4-star weapons. We got the new Akuamaru, Catch R5, Favonius R5. I mean, just all the normal stuff, you know what I mean? I have been picking Serpent Spine whenever it comes to the Battle Pass because Diluc's using it right now and he's one of my main DPS characters. But bro, this Akuamaru is crazy. Super strong weapon. But yeah, these are all the weapons that I built up right now. Built up a decent amount of them. Got like most of them that I used to level 90. There are some weapons that I'm planning on building here soon. Like I'm thinking about building a black sword just to have one around, and it looks dope. Probably gonna build up another stringless for Fischl, possibly. But yeah, aside from that, I don't have too many weapons that I'm really trying to build up right now. Of course, my level 90 Thrilling Tales, because I'm stupid. And then here's all of my enhancement materials that I have. People like seeing those numbers for some reason. I don't really know why. I got a decent amount. I don't have the most. I have a decent amount. Next, we have artifacts. I'm not really going to go through all my artifacts. I have a ton of artifacts. Most of them are shit. Some of them are okay. I guess I'll show you like some of the highlights. Probably one of my best pieces on my whole account is Venti's hat. 30% crit rate and 29% crit damage. Mwah. I mean, yeah, I guess overall I do have some like decent pieces on my account, but like I don't feel like anything is like super noteworthy. Like I don't have anything on my account that's gonna make you go like, whoa. I got a decent feather for Kokomi. Got a lot of HP on that. That was nice. And then it makes me sad when I have pieces like this that are hanging around that like I just don't have any use for. Like these are pretty decent pieces. Like this one's okay, but like this is solid. But a lot of my gladiator pieces are just kind of already set in stone. I don't really need any more. I should mention that I've never done like a top up on my account. I don't top up for resin ever. A lot of people don't like the resin system. I actually use the resin system to like moderate myself, make sure I'm not playing too much, because otherwise I feel like I would just get lost in this game and I'd probably be bored of it already. Next we got like character, like talent level and weapon level materials and stuff. I have a decent stockpile of like boss drops. Some of you may know that I was stocking up for Ganyu, and then once Ganyu wasn't announced in the last live stream, I leveled up my Rosaria, so I need to refarm some of this stuff. You can see I haven't leveled up my Traveler all the way. And then yeah, I'm stockpiled on some stuff. 12 crowns. I don't really spend crowns enough. Like I said, I never level my characters up all the way to their full potential, which is probably a really bad habit of mine. But yeah, overall, I mean, I got a decent amount of stuff, you know, it's a decent amount. I can use the parametric transformer whenever, you know, it comes around every week. Food, I keep a decent stockpile of food. I keep a lot of like, you know, recovery items. These are kind of just stuff that you like acquire, like from completing quests and stuff. I don't typically build these too much, or I don't typically like cook these too much. I never make these. I think I made these like one time because I was like, oh, these are cool. And I just never use them, the little potions or whatever. And then I know people like Envy will always pick up holy water. I've done that twice, never used one. When it comes to like resources and materials and stuff, I don't really farm too much when it comes to that type of stuff. I do farm crystal chunks. I do have a decent amount of billets because the craftable weapons in this game are kind of meh, just overall. I've been looking for one more bow just so I can have an R5 prototype crescent, but in general, I don't really think I need it. I don't know. I got a lot of fish, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'll just kind of talk through me showing all this so I don't accidentally cut the stuff out. But like, here's like my levels on everything. So there's all the stuff that I have if you want to pause and be like, oh my gosh, there's so many fowl. I do like killing my fair share of birds. Gadgets, I think I have all the gadgets. I don't know. I think I'm just missing a Sealy because I didn't get the first Sealy, but we got a pink one. Oh, we need to do our parametric transformer. That just finished up. When it comes to the quest materials, I should have everything besides the stuff that came out in 1.3. So I don't know, no surprise there. There's some stuff down here that like you can like, you know, read stuff and like I can like make a treasure map or something or use this in a quest. I don't know. Haven't done any of that. I got my birthday cake, which was actually really cool because I didn't actually get a birthday cake this year. So that was really nice. That felt really good. That sounds so sad to say, but it wasn't that sad, I promise. I had a great birthday. I got 404 Zhao lanterns because I love Zhao. Collected all the Oculus everywhere. Still keeping my mask of memories. Not gonna do it. Nope. I still got 2 hunting traps from the Razor quest in the very beginning of the game. Don't really know why. I just never needed one. Here's my stock on my Star Glitter and Masterless Stardust. 2 Intertwined Fate. Bunch of sigils I'll probably never use. Maybe eventually when I'm like down bad on Mora. I don't know. 16 Fragile Resin, which people always seem to think that's a lot. That's not a lot, first of all. But my tip for like saving fragile resin is just don't use them. Okay, moving on. Dream Solvent, I've got 25 of them because, like I said, I farm bosses a lot. And I don't level up my characters all the way, as you saw. So I have a decent stockpile of those. And then 244 Dust of Azoth, because, you know, that's important. And then teapot stuff. I have lots of furniture. I don't know what you want to see here. I have a lot of stuff. I don't know. I'll also move out of the way real quick because I have 1.3 million Mora right now, which has gone down dramatically. I need to like get back on my Mora grind. And then I have 7,685 Primos with 6,480 Genesis crystals in the bank. Yeah, I didn't really talk about this at the beginning, but I am AR 56, almost AR 57. We're closing that gap. World level 8 with, drumroll please, 411 completed achievements. I don't know if that's good. Obviously, I have an avatar for every character that I've gotten, and I've gotten a decent amount of characters level 10 friendship, but I do still have a friendship team that I use for pretty much everything. So I am always like unlocking more and more of these like cards and stuff. But yeah, that's my account. I can't really think of anything else that I could really show you. I wouldn't mind doing a video going through like each of the builds for my characters at some point, but so many of them aren't built all the way that there's just really no point. I don't know, maybe in the future we'll do something like that. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, coming along this journey with me. I really enjoy this game. Genshin Impact has done a lot for my channel. If you guys don't know, I came from the Destiny community and my channel had kind of like hit a like flat line at 2,500 subs for the longest time. And literally in just like 3 months of doing content, we hit 3,000. Now we're at 4,000. So it's really cool to see the growth and I really appreciate you guys coming along with me on my journey. Videos like this are kind of fun where we can just kind of chill and talk and hang out. Let me know the craziest thing that you have like an insane amount of. Like I know somebody out there has more lizard tails than me. So let's talk about it down in the comment section. I'm interested to hear like what weird stuff you have. How many crystal cores do you have? You have a lot of crystal cores? I'm just farming for engagement. Like the video if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new around here. And before we head out, a huge shout out to the members of the channel. Thank you so much for helping make these videos possible. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next one. Peace. If you ask me, $700 well spent. I mean, sorta.